Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of both the LEGO Icons, Santa's Post Office, and the Santa's Delivery Truck. The Santa's Post Office is set number 10339, comes with 1,440 pieces, plus 5 minifigures, and retails at $100, which is pretty solid deal if you ask me. And the Santa's Delivery Truck is set number 40746, comes with 224 pieces plus 1 minifigure, and retails at $20, which is also a pretty solid deal if you are among those price per piece guys. Considering these two go together like peanut butter and jelly and were released in the same year, I imagine they were designed to be bought together, so I figured I might as well do a review of them together. This is the third Santa's Post Office, with the other two being the two Christmas trains. This makes the third of the LEGO Winter Village collection sets I have collected, and as I mentioned in one of my last videos, I am in a little bit of a challenge. Technically, it's the plan was to go it through 2026, but since I could get this guy right now, I figured might as well get started. We'll go ahead and start off with the Santa's Delivery Truck here. It's a pretty interesting box shape. Don't really see them in these small rectangular shapes, but you do get a full image of the set with the truck and your elf minifigure, who looks to be a little bit on the other side for our elf, but you see you got plenty of presents and a little Christmas tree to go along with it. Top of the box shows your elf figure off in a 1:1 scale image, and you get this on the back. You get to see some images of how the truck opens up where you supposed to have a little bit of a workshop shop on the inside, and how you can store the tree on top of the truck. This box does have tape on it, so fortunately you don't have to actually damage the box. I honestly don't know if the same will be said about the post office, but here's open. So, looks like we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 bags of parts, 1 sticker sheet with 4 stickers, although the sheet looks like it's seen some better days, 1 large plate all by itself, and 1 instruction manual, all showing off your usual semi-CGI image of the set. Although I do see that there's no QR code to get any VIP points. And you do have the usual ad of paper bags in the set without them, and then you just jump straight into the build. Doesn't look like there are any, no ads for any other sets. As for the LEGO Post Office, yes, you get a really nice view of the post office from the front. Interesting that they decided to add a hot air balloon. That's an interesting added little detail. Plus, I like the little side build where it looks like one of the elves is doing a little ice fishing. Plus, I love the cute little sea otter there. It's super cute. Or maybe it's a seal. Probably a seal, actually. Oh, but yeah, you got a nice little setup going on here. Take a look at the top of the box. You have a 1:1 image of Santa. And then bringing it back, you can take a look on the inside. Also, you also see the dimensions of the set, with it being 11 inches or 28 centimeters long and 8 inches or 21 centimeters high, counting the roof and the flag, not counting the hot air balloon. Also, I like the fact that you got a little light brick to mix in here, probably for that little fireplace down there with Santa. And I like the little mail sorting device going on there. And as much as I was afraid of, this box does have the push tabs, so you do have to damage this box in order to open it, at least in the way LEGO intends for you to. So, what all we got in this one? Feels like Christmas Day. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bags of parts. Looks like we got a sticker sheet in here. Yep. So leaning up against the box, so it's getting a little difficult get a hold of it. More stickers than the uh, than the than the delivery truck, but most of them are smaller stickers, so that's interesting considering it's the bigger build. And looks like, oh, this is like a little warning thing. It's probably like a little, yeah, it's a warning thing about the battery for the light brick. And you got a total of 2 instruction manuals for this guy. So first off, we got 2 elves. You got your tree, a little sleigh, some signs, your ice fishing, in a side build, and the mail sorting. Once again, you have an ad for paper bags and a set without them, as well as an ad for the Lego Builders app. And it looks like we got a little message. Welcome to the North Pole Post Office. It's Lego Santa's favorite time of the year at the North Pole Post Office. Cheerful season's greetings are pouring in from around the world, and his favorite reply is to sprinkle holiday cheer wherever he goes. Now that he's here with you, you can help. Gather all the elves, kids, and grown-ups in your house and enjoy the fun of building together. Happy holidays to all. Nice little holiday greeting there. And it looks like this one, just jumps straight into the build. As for the big one, we got the other elves, the Santa, the post office itself, and the hot air balloon. And once again, we get that same holiday greeting. And then once again, just straight into the build. And we got, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3 pages of parts. Once again, a nod to the battery with the light brick, and showing how you can activate that light brick, as well as how you switch out the batteries when you need to. But no other sets being advertised in the post office either. So I think both of these are going to be some fun holiday builds, but I won't be doing time lapse on these guys. I want to do both of them at the same time, and that's going to be way too much space on my phone. So we'll just go ahead and jump into the completed models right now. All right, the builds are done. Both were quite enjoyable. Some very interesting techniques going on with some of these, especially with the post office, which I'll make sure to point out when I get there. We'll go ahead and start off with the delivery truck, specifically with the minifigure that comes with it. And notice this particular elf, he's got a bit of mileage on him. He's got a pair of glasses on him. His mustache and eyebrows are gray, so yeah, he's been around for a while. Oh, I do like the dual molded headpiece that you get with the actually it might not be dual molded, but I do like the headpieces that they give them, with the hat and the ears on the side. That always looks really, really nice. No secondary face on this elf, although there will be 1 or 2 of them from the post office that are dual molded, like the printing on the torso. Got some plenty of metallic gold going on there, like around the rim, the post office symbol, and the belt buckle. And some nice, and a little bit more of that on the back, and go with the back of the neck. So not too bad a figure all in all. Oh, as for the truck itself, of course, it's got that nice red and green coloring, along with some nice hand going on there in the back. Just plus it's a little bit of gold on top and on the front. You got your license plate sticker on the front. Fun fact, much like a lot of Lego vehicles nowadays, the license plate number is the same as the set number. Got some good details going on here, like you got a post office bag with a letter on the side. Over here, you've got a lamp and a shovel, which I'm sure are going to come in handy for this guy. I'm sure this guy does a lot of driving at night, and with it being on the North Pole, you got to know all the whatever roads they got going on are going to be covered in snow. Plus, speaking of snow, I like the fact that they got all these teeth-like pieces to represent that some snow hanging on the back. Got some stickers on the side that say North Pole Post on the post office symbol, and some holly. Yeah, you'll notice that the top can be used to carry a Christmas tree that comes with the truck. Simple build, but I like the additions of all the lights in the red, yellow, and blue, plus a little white on there, probably for some ornaments. Plus, you can see you got a 1x1, a 2x2 circular tire with a jumper in the middle, so you can just attach the tree on there, so it won't come off. Also, I like the addition of like the little gear on the back here, which does actually spin in on the back of the truck. Plus, you got a couple of front and back lights. But in order to access the interior, you can just take the top off, and then drop down the back. And then this side folds out, and you can see there's a couple more stickers here where you got like a miniature workshop inside the truck and plenty of for Christmas presents wrapped up, ready to be delivered. Alright, and as you notice, you actually have to stick one present on top of another in order to get them on there. That wasn't just me trying to figure out how to put the game all on there. Yeah, it's actually in the instructions. Interestingly, and this thing actually rolls around pretty. This thing actually rolls around pretty well. Let me get the figures out of the way here to show that up. And yeah, this thing rolls around pretty well. I don't have to give too much force for it to start rolling. So all in all, for a little $20 set, this isn't all that bad, and actually really fun. As for the minifigures, here's for the post office. Of course, we gotta have Santa himself. With a nice hat and beard. Here's how he looks. Here's how his face looks underneath with the beard, which looks really nice. No secondary face printing. As for the Santa suit, that looks really nice. So you got the fur around where the jacket hood would be, and the belt. Got a little metallic printing going on there with one button, and the belt and buckle. Nice printing on the back as well. No, arms aren't dual molded, but they don't really need to be. But I do like the fact that his hands are white to represent gloves, and you got dual molded legs in red and black. So nice. So like it's basically what they usually do for Santa. But honestly, I feel like Legos need to look for Legos of Santa anyway, so they don't really need to change it up anyway. And you got yourself plenty of elves. We got one here with a really big smiley face. I do believe this one's supposed to be a girl. Take a look. She does have a secondary shocked face, and all the torso prints are the same as the elf that you get with the delivery truck. Basically, the only thing different with them is the face. You got one over here with a nice little mini sled go on here. Nice use of some hockey sticks for the skids. It's interesting coloring with like that reddish brown color, and you see he's got both a present and a letter to deliver. Whoops! Accidentally took a pretty piece off with him. But you can also see that this one has a nice smiley face as well. This one with a little bit of freckle as well. No secondary face on him. And then you got a couple specialty elves. This one being a pilot for the hot air balloon, which we'll get to later on. He's got a nice happy shot face going on as well. As well as possibly another scared face. And he's got himself a pilot helmet, which makes sense considering he's flying the hot air balloon. And then you've got his buddy over here who basically acts as an airport traffic signal guy. You know, he's got some freckles, and this time also a pair of glasses, no secondary face, but he does have a scarf around his neck, and his accessories are a couple of airport-style signal lights in red. So all in all, really nice figure selection here as well. You notice we got a couple of side builds. Since starting off here, first off, we've got this little frozen pond with a cute little seal. I love that. Plus, you know, someone's gotten a bit lucky fishing here, as you got a fish out here. Although considering the the bright light green on him, I think that fish has been there for a while. And then another guy's gotten unlucky because you can see the fishing pole he was using, and instead of the fish, he caught a letter that somehow ended up in that frozen lake. Fun little side build there. Next up, we've got a signpost here, one specifically for the post office, but you also got a couple Signs point the way to the Elf Clubhouse and Santa's Workshop, both of which have been turned into Winter Village sets as well. You also see that you've got a red mailbox here which has gotten quite a bit of snow on there, and inside you've got yourself a letter. Also, I like the red and white candy cane color scheme going on for the sign in itself. And for the last one, we've got another Christmas tree. This time, no lights, but it's got some interesting color choices for some ornaments. You've got regular blue, light blue, even lighter blue, and then a lime green, and then you also got quite a few presents around as well. As for the clubhouse itself, again, you got some really interesting building techniques going on here, specifically with the roofs. So as you can see, this one, much like the one on this one, you'll see is that there's nothing holding it onto it. It's just sitting. It's just sitting there, and you guys can kind of see how that's built on the inside. Interesting, a touch with the arrow there, and you can see that there's a flag on there. And again, it's not connected at all. It's just sitting there, much like the one over on this. So, I had a similar design, but of course you got the notch in there to make room for the fireplace. This one is the only one that's actually attached, but not conventionally. Oops. Basically, these two 1x1s with clips are supposed to be on those 2x2s with jumpers, and you just attach the roof via the green bar in the middle. So yeah, some interesting building techniques going on here with the roofs. I like the candy cane light lampposts here by the door, plus a nice little addition of the star on the door handle. I like all the additions of like the small trees over there by the door as well. Plus, you got plenty of snow and icicles all around. Also like the fact that with like the extra sloping on there, you can see it's like there's a bunch of snow hanging off the roof. Plus, you got plenty of holly across the front windows, and I like the build for the horn. And you may notice that the little ribbon here is actually hiding the fact that it's actually separate builds, but once you add in the little ribbon, it all looks like one piece. He's taking a look out here by the outdoor fireplace. You can see there's a little table here with some lamp and some holly, a couple small trees. You got a couple of logs sitting out here, and looks like someone's working on building a snowman. Plus, I like the addition of the ribbon and star on the fireplace itself. We'll take a look at the hot air balloon. Like now, you got some really nice specialty pieces going on here, making the actual balloon. You got some holly and ribbons all around. I like the red color scheme for the basket with the post office symbol on there. And you can see he's the hot air balloon is carrying a couple of letters. There's like a fun plate feature here. You can see this little metallic piece sticking out here. That's actually one of those like minifigure fencing swords. And you take a look. If you push down on that thing, there's a light brick inside, and that lights up this section here. Basically, look like someone's igniting the fire in the balloon, keeping it up. You can also see that there's a couple of 1x2s with jumpers inside, so that's where you put your pilot elf. So let me go ahead and get him in there. Bit of a tight fit, but you can get him in there. And you notice he's got a control stick to be able to control the direction of the hot air balloon. And you notice there's a little gear here on the side. We'll get to that in just a second. And you can see there's the hot air balloon's only connected by 2 studs here. It's not much, but it's enough to keep it there. And I like the addition of the snow on the side of the windows on both sides. Taking a look on the inside, there's quite a bit of stuff going on here you can see there's a couple of baskets in red and green. That's for good mail, and as you might notice in some of the letters, actually marked as junk mail. And that's actually part of play function with the hot air balloon. As it makes its delivery, you got a couple of like green delivery slopes down here where you can just drop some mail, much like you do with the hot air balloon. That's what this gear here is for. You got a little box for all your mail. Basically, what you do is you turn the knob on the hot air balloon, and that drops your mail down, and it drops into this little mail sorting device, which is a secondary belt, which you just attach to that 2x3 with two jumpers. It's a fun little build, interesting color scheme with the regular blue, light blue, and yellow. And you'll notice that this thing has a red control knob, and that tips the interior into whether you want it to go into the good pile or the bad pile. So with the green one, you got just some regular letters in here, but with the red one, as I mentioned, that's actually marked as junk mail. So apparently, even Santa has to deal with getting junk mail. And I am happy to say that all these letters, junk mail, all that stuff, all of those pieces, which you get quite a few of, as you can imagine, with it being post office, they are all printed, which I'm again very, very happy about. Because let's face it, that would have been a lot of stickers. But I guess considering how many of them that they're putting into this set, I guess it makes sense. It might have actually been cheaper to just print them all instead of making them stickers, and especially considering all of these pieces existed as prints anyway. I think the only real new one is the junk mail. So again, maybe they decided that there's enough of there wasn't going to be enough of them in the set to justify making them prints. Taking a look up top, you can see a small office with a chute which you can just, much like the hot air balloon, you can just drop down the letters. You can see quite a few of them quite a few of those letters on there. But you can also see you got a little ink bottle with a feather pen. You got a little okay, and to right. And also you got a little stamp for a little specialty letters on this 2x2 tile. This one is a sticker, but actually reminds me of the Santa Claus house from North Pole, Alaska, complete with the Santa Claus stamp. And also, and like I said, in the corner, you can see this simple little build, which is probably acts as that stamper. And again, it's so easy to be able to access the interior, since since the majority of the roof is it's just sitting there. There aren't any studs connecting it. Then down here on the bottom, and let me zoom in real quick. Down here, you got a nice little lounge area right by the fireplace. Got a nice little area you can relax in. Spins around 360 degrees. Behind there, you got a little globe. Here you got a little table with what looks to be something of a checklist, as well as another one of those candles as you saw on top. You saw up in the attic, and the fun little addition on the wall there. Move that real quick. You can see you got a little library, similar to the little library you get in the Books of My Passion and Gift of Purchase since last year. And in the next room, you've got your main office with all the boxes, for all the outgoing and incoming letters and package. And then over here you got a little table with a nice little book here, almost like marking how many good pieces of mail and how much junk mail you get. and then a nice sticker on the front with SC for Santa Claus, and some nice and some nice detailing going on. I really like the look of the tree and like the stars is on there. And then you can also and then again you can also see where the mail sorting device is. And then lastly, and then in the last room, which is actually the entrance, and you can see, in the corner right here, you've got like a coffee slash hot cocoa machine where you got a couple mugs. Don't know why they have you put one of the mugs here when it's just like a regular 2x2 tile. Personally, I'd would have had it be a 1x2 with a jumper. And then you got some sort of bottle over here where it's like you got the transparent purple piece, but I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Maybe it's supposed to be some sort of creamer. And then over by the door, you got plenty of packages. You got a bag here. You got some more junk mail. Oh, and actually, in one of the packages, you've actually got something inside it. Let me pop that out real quick. And this is like one of those small containers, and you take off the lid. You can see there's two 1x2 tiles with prints of sugar cookies. The instructions only show you putting one in there, but it comes with two, and you are able to fit both of them in there. So that's everything inside the post office. And let me tell you, I definitely feel like, especially with the post office, I definitely feel like I got my money's worth. I feel like I got my $100 worth of Lego here. With you got a hot air balloon, all this fun stuff going on in the post office. You got a good amount of figures with Santa plus 4 elves. It was all the little side vignettes with like the ice fishing, the sign, and the Christmas tree. Those are all fun little builds. And then for the delivery truck, I mean, that's just a nice little $20 addition that just add a whole bunch more fun. And again, everything's just so much fun. You got the hot air balloon. I like the addition of the light brick to give off the impression that the whole thing that the someone's using the lighting the thing up to make it go up higher. All the fun little vignettes. It's the mail sorting device is a nice addition. Plus all the ramps saying this stuff down to it. And again, you got a good amount of minifigures to fill the thing out. So all in all, for a combination of $120 and with the two sets, I definitely feel like I got my money's worth. And I'm glad I decided to pick these up, as well as get the rest of the Winter Village collection sets. I can't wait to get the rest of them. So that will be my review on these two sets. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the bell to be notified of all videos as soon as they become available. Check out my channel and some more of my content, including my brand new Winter Village collection set playlist on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I will see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.